So, welcome to the Threesome, y'all. This is a podcast where the three of us try to talk about at least three topics each week. And the three of us, of course, are our point person and optimistic realist. We call her Star.
Phenomena.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, anyway, the center of our threesome and our voice of reason, we call him Magic.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? Wow. And bringing up the rear, as always, I identify as the pragmatic contrarian of the group, and they call me Storm. Now, if you notice the lack of energy in my voice, it's not my fault. I've been up, longer than I should today after not really sleeping last night. I didn't go to sleep till like 5 o'clock this morning, and then I was up by 10. So,
What kept you up?
Oh, I finally primed my office, so because I need to,
now.
I need to get that done. So, and I'm ignoring you, sir.
Okay, babe.
See, he wants me to come over there. That's what that is.
You could. I'm home alone.
You see a big blue ox somewhere? Sunny and or Cher somewhere?
Actually, my whole room is blue, but no.
Okay, well, then refrain. Anyway.
You ain't gonna do shit.
He says from the state of Virginia.
Exactly.
And yes.
You guys
Lucky my car is acting a goddamn donkey because it ain't like I got to be at work tomorrow. I would show up. Anyway, I also, there's other ass I need to beat in Virginia this week. So,
Get him.
That's a whole different topic. So,
That ass.
So I got a friend who's been dating this guy for about 6 months. I think she said 5 or 6 months. She likes him. He's cool. They have fun together. She recently found out his credit score is trash. Now, here's the thing. She is very meticulous about her own credit.
Mm-hmm.
And she offered to, help him get a system where he can pay his bills and, start increasing his credit score. And he's not really interested in that. He says he wants to enjoy his money while he has it, which is, But anyway, she's thinking about breaking up with him over his credit score. What say y'all?
6 months in?
6 months in. Well, that's when she found out about it.
Did anybody buy a ring? Has there been a proposal?
No.
I'm generally of the mind state broke hoes is a no-no. Hoes come in both genders. There's only 2.5 or possible. Anyway, I don't see the problem.
You don't see the problem with her wanting to break up with him?
I don't see the reason to. I don't think that's breakup problems. If everything else is good, and it's one thing if he don't own a car or a home or is just bad with money, but
he does
credit
not
is
own a
false
home.
security anyway.
I mean, he does not own a home. She does. She owns her own home, her own car. She's put her child through college. He has what she called a piece of car.
Okay. Well,
So,
congratulations, my brother. You just came up in the world. Get some lessons.
well, he's not really interested in lessons. So, what do you do with that?
Be a
Listen,
sugar baby.
Mm, nah.
he here's my mindset on that. Um, I think I was about maybe 16, somewhere around there, when my aunt and my two cousins had to move in with us because my aunt's husband got in trouble with the IRS. And there was some issues with his credit and all that other stuff. So because they were married, they not only garnished him, they garnished her.
Absolutely.
They ended up losing their house. She managed, well, her car was paid for, but they ended up losing their house and just, yeah, no, no, I can't do, and you're not interested in fixing it. The whole thing about it is that a lot of people in our particular age range are not necessarily, let's just say, the most financially knowledgeable people. Um, for whatever reason that may be. However, if you're not even interested in fixing your thing, your stuff, so that if we do go further on in this relationship and decide to take it to the next level, which is marriage, I suppose, um, that I'm not gonna be affected by your foolishness. Yeah, it's yeah. At this point, like, what are you dating for? You know,
Well, and that was my point because, like, I had the same issue that you had with it. Because, my first thing was like, well, maybe you just, talk to him and show him what he's doing, and get that together. And she's like, yeah, I tried. But he pretty much told me, he dismissed me and told me that he wasn't interested in that. He wants to enjoy his money. He doesn't care whether or not his creditors get paid. And so my
yeah,
question to her
no.
was, where do you see this relationship going? Because if all you want, basically someone to hang out with, have fun with,
Then it doesn't matter.
well, even that can only go so far with his, with what he's doing with his finances. You know what I mean? But if your goal is to be married, which she said it is, then
Oh
he is
no,
not a good prospect.
not at
Who
all.
the hell
She
is
can,
even thinking marriage 6 months in?
well,
I guess people getting.
I'm
How
not.
old are these people?
Well, they're my age,
Okay.
51. Well, she's 52. I don't know how old he is. But my point is, if you are dating with a purpose, I'm not saying that she's necessarily thinking that she wants to marry him per se at this point, but if you're dating with a purpose, and a lot of people do, you know, a lot of people do, they date with the purpose of finding someone to marry, right? So if you're dating with that purpose in mind, then he's not a good candidate, and you might as well end it sooner rather than later.
Should have gave up by 50. But is it just bad credit or is it a lot of debt? There's a difference. One's way easier to fix.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but sure, one's way easier to fix, but if the person in question is not even interested in fixing
And
it,
fixing it, right?
then it doesn't really matter whether it's easy to fix or not.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
guy, you
that's
way too old for them
right.
problems.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. And she's worked damn hard. She has advanced degrees. She owns her own home, she owns her own car, she has um savings, and she's doing well for herself. So, like, why would she want to attach herself to someone who just doesn't care?
yeah. They're not equally yoked. as they
It,
say.
as they say, right? As the old folks say. Um, damn, we the old folks. Um, but
Hmm.
yeah, no, they're not. Um, and apparently he has a decent job, and he takes her out. He can afford to take her out, but to what end? Ultimately, I guess is my question.
Whenever the
You
credit
know,
cards are maxed out,
are whose credit cards? Hers?
it is. I mean, then you got to start gaming her for hers. It's a process.
I mean, I don't even know if he has credit cards. Like, we even discussed whether or not that's what the issue is, or if the issue is just he just doesn't pay his bills on time, or like, I don't even know what the issue is. I just know that she was very upset that he was not interested in fixing whatever the issue was. And I mean, and I can see that being a problem.
Mm,
Because if I'm honest, like that would be a problem for me even if I didn't want to marry, even if I was like, well, I'm not really interested in getting married. You know what I mean? Like it would still be a problem for me
why?
because at some point I want to be able to do some things with my life. You know what I mean? So what good does it do for me to be dating you if you can't do the things that I want to do because you can't finance them in that way? You know what I mean?
I mean, bad credit doesn't mean you don't have money.
Well, and that is very true. That is very true because there are a lot of people that have money that just don't use it to pay their bills,
Yeah,
and I don't understand. But yeah, you're right. I have seen that.
yeah. Is
But
Magic still there?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, where would he go? I don't know.
I admire this dude. Handle your business. Come up in the world, but at least learn to
Well,
do better.
I don't know if he's gonna come up because, like I said, she's this close to dismissing him.
Here's the
mm.
But
thing, though. Y'all in y'all's 50s. How many good men are left to pick from at this point? Like, you got to pick and choose your battles. At some point,
hell, how many
everybody
good men
got
were in our
they.
20s? I mean, first of
Right.
all, what constitutes a good man? I mean, if he ain't handling his business, how good can he be? You know,
Maybe he treats her well. You said he makes good money.
obviously he treats her,
Clearly,
well.
he's
She likes
saving money
him.
on not owning a home and a reasonable car.
Okay,
Maybe the dick is good. Maybe he's a good cook.
that don't make
Who
him a good
knows?
man. None of that makes him a good man.
They're all fucking good qualities.
Well, sure, but it
He
doesn't
treats her
necessarily
right,
make
makes
you.
him a good man.
He treats her right for now, sure.
Who hurt you? Like, for real, why you always assume things are gonna go bad?
Because things generally go bad.
Maybe
Do
that's
they not?
just your
Do they not?
experience. It's not
Oh,
always, no.
really?
If things were always bad, everybody would have killed themselves by now.
I don't know that
Gotta have
that's
some
true.
hope in something.
Well, people have hope. Good for them.
Hope.
Hey, if you give up all hope, you become a supervillain.
Eh, that'd be an interesting career change. I should look into that.
I'm about a
Super
tragedy and a
villain.
half from it.
What?
Who?
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Mm.
Few times.
Wow.
Ah, me too. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like my advice to her was, hey,
Word?
The heck was that?
A reason for me to edit?
Hello?
Yeah. Walking around with a boombox like Radio Raheem.
Right. My radio believe. By the way,
Oh,
that
happy
child.
birthday, Double L.
Okay.
Oh, and somebody else has a birthday coming in a couple of days.
Dun dun
um.
dun.
Sure. In like 3 days, I guess.
Yay! Happy birthday to you.
Mm.
Try not to sound
But
so thrilled.
I mean, you get to a certain age and birthdays just aren't all that thrilling. Plus, it ain't like I'm doing anything for my birthday this year.
Aw.
Take a road trip.
Excuse me. My goodness.
Okay. You still smell and taste?
Yes.
Cool.
No. But oh, what I was going to say about LL actually has absolutely nothing to do with this podcast. I was going to tell, Star that her grandbaby loves it when I sing, when I perform LL songs to her.
My
That,
radio feed
You
me. I
singing
like
I
it
Need Love to a
loud.
Baby?
huh?
You singing I Need Love to a Baby?
I was singing my radio and
Okay.
Mama said knock you out, but
I don't know if
she
Mama said knock you out is the one, but all right.
she enjoyed the performances.
There's worse
You know,
lullabies out there.
there was also, quite a bit of Run DMC because, you know, but
Hmm.
yeah,
Tricky, 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 tricky. Oh.
well, actually, she was looking at my little pop figurine of DMC. So I was telling her who DMC was, and of course I had to sing "Son of Byford" to her, and she
Where
and
did
she
you
thought
find
that
a
was
Funko Pop
hilarious.
DMC?
Huh?
Where did you find a Funko Pop DMC?
I have Run DMC and Jam Master Jay.
Yep.
Go rob
Run
your
DMC
house.
and Master J. Whose house? Sorry.
Run time. Oh.
Say what?
But yeah, so your grandbaby is probably going to be the most well versed in old school hip hop in the schoolyard because
Yay! She was gonna be that because of me anyway.
yeah,
But
probably.
I'm not opposed to you helping.
Yeah. So anyway, while we were talking about my friend who resides in the state of Texas, good thing she is, well, I'm assuming she's not looking to be, well, I don't think she's going to be in a family way anytime soon at her age. But good thing because
You know what?
the state of Texas,
Losing their goddamn mind.
the state of Texas says it is a violation of your civil liberty for us to demand that you wear a fucking mask in the midst of a global pandemic. But if you get raped, we will force you to have a child. I mean,
Fucking
I don't
That
understand.
just
coupled with the fact that, in all honesty, I'm against abortion. I'm not a woman. I'm never gonna get pregnant. I ain't arguing with a woman. If she wants one, that's her goddamn business. But how the fuck are you really gonna pass a law where you cannot get an abortion after 6 weeks? Who the fuck knew they was pregnant in 6 weeks?
Right. Which is the point. which is absolutely the point. Um mean,
the fights that they choose, they are just fucking ridiculous. Like I
in the name of religion is really what all of this is. Um,
really know.
because the great farce of this country is the freedom of religion. Like it's a complete joke. Like they like to pretend that that's a thing, but it really isn't. It's really, we're going to hold you to these Christian ideals. We're going to make them into law. So you have
and
no
not live
choice.
by them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's my thing about it. And then to call yourselves pro-life is so disingenuous.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't really give a fuck about life.
Mm-hmm.
You give
Mm-hmm.
a fuck about forcing people to give birth.
Control.
Yes. You don't give a fuck about life in Texas where you're executing people. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you don't give a
Mm-hmm.
fuck about life when you are outlawing mask mandates even in schools. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's a school district in Texas. I can't remember where it was while I was reading the article.
Is
There's
that
a
the one they talking about taking funding from?
no. This particular school district in Texas had to shut down. Well, there were actually two of them. One of them had to shut down because so many of the students popped positives and so many of the faculty were sick with
Damn.
COVID that they
Damn.
that they had to shut down that school. Well, they shut down the district because the school, you know. Um, but then there was another one that I read about where like they didn't have any kindergarten teachers because all the kindergarten teachers were home sick with COVID. Who could have
Wow.
seen
Shit.
that coming?
Right.
I mean, kids are vectors when there's no pandemic, right?
Yes. Yes. Walking petri dishes they are.
Walking fucking petri dishes, and then now you're telling them, you're telling people, they don't need to wear a mask. I mean,
Mm,
it's the most ridiculous. I'm so disappointed in my I guess my home state. I don't know. I'm seriously considering um adopting after
defecting.
adopting Michigan after what 30 years. After 25 years I've been here, I might actually start calling this my home state. We'll see.
Hmm.
Are you that ashamed?
I I'm disgusted is what I
Mm,
am. I'm just completely disgusted with I mean, I don't know. And you would be tempted because of the news coverage to think that all of Texas is like that, but
mm,
you know, I'm gonna defend El Paso
mhm.
because we ain't them. Like we ain't the rest of them. Okay.
Sure. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, I'm telling you, if you look at the map of the state of Texas, you'll see all this red, and then you get all the way over to the west, and you see a big blue dot. I'm telling you, we ain't them. So
Mm,
it's a little bit different, in the Rio Grande Valley. Well, as you can call it the Rio Grande Valley, it's really not the Rio Grande Valley. Anyway, in West Texas, we're a little bit different than they are elsewhere.
mm,
But that's neither here nor there.
And
Yeah.
nobody takes into account that stupid motherfuckers tend to reproduce at a much higher rate than people with sense. I'd hate to say let them kill them babies, but Thanos was right in a sense.
Well, here's my thing. White folks are so afraid that they're not going to be the majority very soon. I think all the predictions are saying by
Worldwide,
20,
they never have been, but
well, worldwide, but in this country by 2050, they'll be overtaken um, by the Latin population as the majority.
Mhm.
If that's really your fear, you know what I mean? Like, sure, okay, we'll just force everybody to have babies so that y'all can not be the majority sooner. I mean, like, I don't understand
Mhm.
like, so much of what they do just doesn't make sense. But since when is since when are they ever going to make sense?
Mhm.
But whatever. Because
the character trait of narcissist abusers,
at the end
Mhm.
of
fucking
the day,
cavemen, whatever, that they all fear that the people that they persecute think like them and will return the favor.
Mhm.
listen, at the end of the day, nobody who anybody who wants to get an abortion in Texas is going to get one. You know
Yep.
why? Mexico is right there.
Yep. They
Right
can go. They
there.
can either go right
New
across the
Mexico
way.
is right there.
New Mexico, right. Well,
Mhm.
if you're in El Paso, there's Mexico right there and New Mexico right there. We're wedged right between Old Mexico and New Mexico.
Mhm.
Um, if you're in North Texas, Oklahoma is right there. If you're in East Texas, Louisiana, right there.
Mhm.
Arkansas, right there. So, I mean, nobody is really going to let themselves be forced to have a baby if they don't
Mhm.
want to have
If
a
they're
baby.
determined to get rid of it.
Yes. Or they'll just go back to the old days with the old coat
I
hanger
was getting
method.
ready to say, I was getting ready to say, haven't hasn't the government learned that,
No,
from prohibition that kind of shit don't work? Like people will find a way. That should have been like one of their biggest lessons.
listen, prohibition, um, all the draconian measures, remember all the draconian
Mhm.
measures
Mhm.
against marijuana use that
Yep.
used to happen?
Yep.
Like, time and time, like history. Well, I was going to say, have they learned nothing from history? But no, because the good people of Texas take great care to erase the things they don't like in history. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so annoyed by them. And I'm sorry, Star, I'm taking over your topic, but
No, that's all right.
it's so annoying to me that Texas is like this.
Look, I get it.
The stars shine bright all through the night.
That's really not how it goes.
I wouldn't know. I only saw it in the Pee Wee Herman movie.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, and Chris Rock
It's
remixed it for Head of
yeah.
State.
The stars at night are big and bright deep in the heart
Uh,
of Texas. But okay.
I was busy just trying to fuck loose women. Hey Texas, miss you. I'll be back.
Mm. Let me know when you're going so I can call the abortion hotline on you.
Hell no.
Because that is the most ridiculous shit. They're talking about we'll arrest an Uber driver if he drops you off at the fucking clinic. Like, what kind of bullshit is that?
That's fucking
It's
terrible.
the stupidest, man. So stupid. So fucking stupid. I just, it baffles me.
Pay
It just
attention to who
baffles me.
governs you people.
You should really pay attention to that bullshit because all y'all
Mhm.
motherfuckers who were like, "Oh, we can't have a Democrat in Texas," ever since what was her name? Ann something back when I was a kid. I can't even remember her name, but that was the last Democratic governor that Texas had. Um, and my God, ever
Mhm.
ever since then, all Texas is like, oh well, we need to have a Republican because and it must be said, okay, people have this notion that that you would think that the Mexican American population would not want anything to do with the Republicans because of how they are with how they really trying to get all them to go back to Mexico. You know what I mean? Like you would think that that would be a thing, you know, but it's really not. A good a good portion of Mexican Americans in the state of Texas. I can't really speak for Arizona or but probably true. There's a good portion of them that will vote for the Republicans just because they're Catholic, and they will vote for them on the social issues. And then it comes back and bites them in the ass. And it's just, I don't know, it's disheartening. Like, what do you do about that? What do you do about people who are just going to cast a vote against their own interests? Like, like you're not going to convince them that what they're doing is ridiculous.
One, it works for poor white trash too, and I think
No,
with Latin
absolutely poor white
cultures,
trash.
their biggest fear with the Democratic Party is how socialism is put out there. A lot of Latin countries very much aren't into socialism because of their history.
That's true in Florida because they have a big Cuban population. That's not necessarily true for Mexican Americans. Like, they don't give a damn about that.
True, but they know the stories of South America.
Well, yeah, but they're not. Yeah, with them, from the ones that I've spoken to, with them, it's more about them being, staunch in their Catholicism, and this is what's right. You know what I mean? Like, it's more the social issues, and I mean, sure, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, they're also trying to deport, like trying to deport half your family. They're also trying to make it so that your father, who's who's been in this country for 60 years, may have to leave.
Leave.
So I don't
disrupt your whole freaking family.
your whole freaking family. So I don't understand that part of it. But I mean, what do you do? You know, I'm not gonna sit there and argue with people. I mean, do it, whatever. I mean, this country, boy. I mean, one of my friends who lives in Australia, um, her wife is Australian, and they were thinking of moving back to North America. They were like, "Well, what city and state, would you recommend?" And I was like, "I would recommend if you're coming to North America, you look into Canada, because don't come here. like, don't do it.
Wow.
Like, don't do it. Don't do that to yourself.
The Convention and Visitors Bureau will not be contacting you.
Probably not. And hey, I'm just telling you, from my perspective, this is the ghetto. Don't come here. You know.
Honestly, the ghetto here looks a lot better than a lot of war-torn countries in other places.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you know what? And that is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. Poor here is a lot better off than poor in a lot of other places.
Yeah.
But people lean on that to say that we shouldn't really take care of the poor and indigent here, and I disagree with that. Like, just because it's better doesn't mean it's necessarily right or okay.
And things would be so much worse. Like, whatever.
I mean,
Give it some time. Give it some
it's
time.
yeah, I was gonna say, and it's getting worse.
Yeah.
So, you know, these people who are so against universal health care, but they're upset because, there's homeless people outside their building. Well, a lot of homeless people are homeless because they're not getting, the
Hmm.
care that they need
Hmm.
in
For
one
their
way or another.
mental issues.
Yeah, there's mental issues and a lot of times. So,
Hmm.
and they don't keep them in the mental hospitals because they don't have insurance, so they just put them on the streets. So you could probably clear up a lot of things that you don't like by
Hmm.
just not being so staunch about
Taking care of the less fortunate.
exactly. Well, I got to pay
Mhm.
for insurance. Why shouldn't they? I mean, it's so people in this country, they make me tired. They make me tired. That's all.
Yeah.
Woo.
Anything else on the state of Texas before we shut that down?
I miss
No,
y'all.
Okay.
haven't been in I don't know how long.
Yeah, me neither. Which is a shame because I actually own property in Texas and you would think that I would go more often, but I don't know.
Slumlord.
I'm not a slumlord. Stop it.
Hmm.
Oh, by the way, they have young Dracula from Bram Stoker's Dracula for a Funko Pop. It's gonna be mine. But anyway,
Okay.
I love that movie.
So, on a lighter note, a lighter note.
Lighter than Dracula? No, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Well, actually, yeah, because this isn't about second, but well, I guess it could be. Well, not really. Uh, m- Magic, you wanted to talk about
Sucking or what?
masturbation routines?
Oh my.
I mean,
Sure. What had happened was I
oh,
was
Hmm.
listening to another podcast that ain't paying us, so I'm not shouting them out. And one
wow.
of the dudes on there was explaining how he masturbated, and it was very strange to everybody else. Apparently, he did it on his knees and came on a towel. So everybody else got into explaining their routine, and it never occurred to me that there was so many damn routines.
Was there a reason he had to be on his knees?
He just said that's how he started doing it, and that's how he kept doing it into adulthood.
Oh,
Maybe he gets lightheaded and you figure if he's gonna faint, it'll be a shorter fall. I don't know. Whatever.
That
Anyway.
would be the point of laying down.
right. I'm like, yeah, that's fascinating, but okay. Hmm.
Either one of y'all want to volunteer, or should I have to do this one first?
You should do this one first.
Yes, because I mean, hell, it's been so long. But go ahead.
Love
Listen, you
yourself.
baby.
Let me think. Well, first things first, I have to be home alone. Obviously,
Why?
I don't live with my other, and I only live with my children half the week. I'm not rubbing one out with the kids in the house.
Well, I don't mean with the
Sometimes you
kids
forget
in
to
the
lock a
house.
door or something. Yeah,
I
nah,
don't
I got
mean
to be
with the
home alone.
kids, but I mean, if your significant other were there.
Then I'm not jacking off. She's got hold.
Right. I don't know.
Okay.
She is very understanding.
Okay.
So then I'd have to find a movie. I'm sure I have DVDs or hard drives or thumb drives or something around here, but it's an internet era. Pick a site. I'm kind of I'm kind of picky with what I'm turned on by, and it changes from day to day. So it usually takes 20 minutes to find a movie worth watching. I get excited. I lay down on my back, probably my head propped up a little bit so I can see my TV, and I fold over a paper towel on my stomach and go till I bust. I play with my balls while I'm coming. I don't know why I do that, but that's about it. Then throw away the paper towel and keep it moving.
The
Okay.
visuals. The,
Right.
the
Um,
visuals.
okay. I mean, that seems like a lot.
Tickle,
It
tickle.
really isn't. I just over explain things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that seems
Very detailed.
yes.
It's me. I'm a details kind of guy.
Personally, I was a memories kind of person. I was always with memories, like not movies. Like movies don't do that kind of thing for me.
I hear that a lot from women.
It's more of, oh, well, this was a nice memory. Let me think about that.
Um, yeah, I'm not the. First of all, I'm not. I don't. Yeah, it's not my thing. It's not fun for me. Like, I need another person to be there.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, that's
Helps.
mostly it. Um,
Helps a lot.
yeah, I need another person. And if that other person is there, I shouldn't have to be doing it for myself. Shouldn't be the sister that's doing it for myself. Yeah, and even when I was like, I don't know, or when the times I've done it, like back in the day, it was kind of like my imagination is enough. I don't need.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it was.
I don't need external.
Yeah, I was more of an imagination kind of person. But I will say that
Let me.
during, I want to say, I was gonna say my 30s, but it wasn't like all of my 30s. Well, yeah, I don't know, like mid 30s to like, I don't know, early 40s, where my hormones were just ridiculous.
Mhm.
Then it was a thing that I had to do, particularly like my late 30s to early 40s, because I would get to the point where
You were
like
gonna explode. No, I'm just playing.
no, I would be in pain. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah,
would
yeah.
hurt,
I've had that.
and you have to release that shit.
Like
So
blue
yeah,
ovaries.
what?
You said what?
Said like blue ovaries.
No. I mean, but yeah, but no. I mean, it wasn't the ovaries that were hurting. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I
Tried
mean,
to explain that pain to somebody, and they just like, yeah, I think that's just you.
I
And
tried to
I'm
explain
like,
it to my bestie, and he laughed at me. All he did was laugh at me. He's like, "You're ridiculous." And
why would
then,
I laugh at you?
and well, because he's my bestie. But then, like he called me like 2 weeks later. He was like, "You know what? My girlfriend said the same thing." And I was like, "See?" And you thought I was lying about that.
Or just a horn dog. But
Right. But no, I mean, I guess the same sensation that men get, or not the same, but a similar sensation that men get, like in their 18 to what,
21.
24 range, it hits us later in life. But yeah, it was a problem.
Yeah.
It was a
yeah,
That's
problem.
35 to 45.
Yeah, it was definitely a problem. And yeah, but since I don't really have that anymore, it's not been something that I'm like, sure.
No toys or nothing. All hands.
Mostly, I mean, at the time, yeah, I had a couple toys. Um, but I mean, I wore them out. Like those toys. Well, I mean, to me, they don't last long. So I was like, I got hands. Um,
And are you strictly rubbing or inserting?
I'm more of a rubbing person. I'm not really an
Hmm.
inserting type of person because
Nah, I've noticed that with watching chicks masturbate, it's very rarely any insertion, even with
nah.
toys.
I mean, yeah.
Uh,
What are you groaning for, a star?
no, I was just look. I'm just agreeing.
But yeah, but as far as there being a routine, I don't know that I ever had an actual routine.
Yeah, there was no routine in it.
Yeah, it was just like,
Whatever the spirit hits you.
yeah, pretty much.
All at home, never in public.
No, never in public. Like, why would I do that shit in public?
I've seen a whole, well, I haven't seen, I've heard of a whole bunch of people getting caught in public, and I was always like, how desperate was that moment?
Yeah,
Sometimes
I
you
don't
just got
think
to let it
I've ever
go.
had that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
desire.
One job that I worked, this dude got caught at,
Oh no,
at his
gross.
desk, at his desk, no less. I, I was just
Oh,
like, dude, really?
And
oh,
another one,
not
how do y'all
touching
jack
your
off in the
keyboard.
bathroom?
What?
I keep hearing about dudes like at home getting caught jacking off in the bathroom. That ain't comfortable.
Yeah, I don't understand. Well, I mean, I don't understand why you would do that.
I can only grasp the aspect of, okay, the door is closed and you're away from everybody and assuming no one's gonna walk in, but toilet seats cold, y'all sitting up.
Now, I've heard of
Man,
women, you know, in the
y'all got
bathroom, like
shower heads.
in the bathtub, but I was never mind get down, like
I
No,
don't know if it's a regular thing, but I can't come in water.
hmm.
like
Would
in
it
the
be less messy?
like in the pool. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
pool, shower, anything. I just
uh,
can't.
huh.
It'd be less messy.
Uh,
I'm all for make a mess and jump back in.
no, don't do that in the pool that I'm in, please.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
I will
What
thank you
all
not
the
to be
chemicals are
ejaculated.
for.
I don't give a damn. Just don't. I mean, the chemicals will kill the urine too, but I still would thank you not to be peeing in the pool
Peeing
that
in the
I'm in.
pissing in the pool,
Yeah,
right?
just don't.
So
You-
you see this little shit, this little stuff floating on the surface. Like, what the fuck is that?
When the opportunity presents itself, you
yeah.
got a decision to make.
Wow.
And usually it's fuck whoever else got to swim in this pool.
I have only.
Oh,
Well, that wasn't really. I
I
was gonna
can't.
say like I've only even like had sex in a pool one time, and that wasn't really me having sex. That was anyway. May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
Um,
Go ahead and try to make that make sense.
no, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't even sex. It was just
He ate your pussy in the pool and drowned?
he did not
Fondling.
drown. He did not drown. First of all, but
Was it just fondling?
oh no, he absolutely had his mouth in places that it shouldn't have been in the damn pool. But but he did not drown. I will say that he did not drown.
But
Oh, you were
nobody's
nicely
bothered by the amount of
sanitized.
sweaty ass that jumps in the pool.
Right. I mean, first of all, it was a surprise to me because, I'm sitting around having a conversation because we were having, there's a lot of us in the pool. I'm sitting around having a conversation, and next thing I know, I'm like, okay, you need to stop that. Like, I need you to stop that now.
With other people in the pool?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, he was a freak. May he
Oh,
rest in peace.
oh. Frisky, frisky.
Yeah. Aw. But
I like frisky.
I mean, I do too, but Yeah, that was a little much for me.
It's
It's a
not
little.
good for me. I'm like, either get out or watch. No.
Well,
Whatever. No,
he-
I'm just playing.
here was the thing for me. And, if it was just us, like my friends, that would have been one thing. But this was the pool at their apartment complex. So there were kids in the other side,
Oh
and
no.
and people looking in from their apartments, and I'm just like, nah, that's too much for me.
I wouldn't give a fuck about the people looking in from their apartments, but the kids.
Well,
No,
I mean, people.
no,
Gotta
not
learn
the
some
kids.
way.
I mean, kids are people too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
So
yeah, no, yeah,
yeah.
no.
So I'm like,
Not trying to put on a show for some kids.
exactly. And I'm like that. Yeah, that was just too much for me. I was like, I can't deal with that. It was funny though at the time. Like it was funny,
Mm. Yeah, well,
but I don't know. Where do we go from
Shout
here,
out to the
people?
Anytime, Anyplace crew.
Listen,
anytime,
I'm not against.
please.
I was going to say I'm not against a good voyeur moment, but that's not true. Like I'm okay with the not. No, that's not true either. I don't know how to put this. Um,
You ain't got the last on.
no, I don't know how to put it so that it doesn't sound
Honest.
wrong.
Prudish.
No, so it doesn't sound like what it's not. You know what I mean? So I was gonna say, like, I don't mind an audience. I don't,
Me
but
either.
not like that. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah. Anyway, whatever.
Not that.
But yeah, so yeah, I don't know that I ever had a routine. Bringing it back to the topic, like there was never a routine. So I don't know. I think that's uniquely, well, maybe not. I was gonna say that might be uniquely a male thing, but maybe not. I just
Nah, I've
probably
heard some
haven't
stories.
yeah, I was gonna say I probably haven't discussed it with enough women to
Mm-hmm.
make that determination. But yeah, I never had a routine.
Yeah,
I've had
me either.
a couple of my homegirls tell me that they masturbate for like 30 minutes at a time. Like, how can you take that long to make yourself come?
No.
No. I mean,
Yeah,
30
makes no sense
minutes.
to me. I
Yeah,
got shit to do.
30 minutes would have to be like it'd be a few times in there for 30 minutes, but yeah, I know what I like. So,
I only need about five. It's like,
if that, yeah, I
yeah,
know what I
if
like.
that.
So,
I don't mind fucking for over 30 minutes and not coming, but self love, 5 minutes, I'm out. Awkward
yeah,
silence.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really had the drive. Well, that's not the right word. I haven't had the motivation lately. So
Is that a
that's what I'll say
challenge?
about that.
Go, 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 go. Sorry.
Not to you, it's not. Um,
Okay.
Oh my.
but
Listeners, send in your applications for Storm Spank Bank.
right. I don't know. Whatever 3 men that listen to us are shy. So obviously.
Punk
Oh,
asses.
don't be shy.
Except my bestie, and don't send me nothing because first of all, he's already gonna end up on Snapped.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But all right. Um, so is that all we got?
I think so.
Yepper.
Okay. you know, oh, well, I'll say that after we're done. I'll tell you after we're done, Star.
Uh-uh.
Fuck me. All right.
Well,
Well,
you wouldn't be interested in this.
Oh, entirely possible. I ain't gonna argue it. Before we get out of here, rest in peace to Michael K. Williams, one of Jersey's finest.
Aw.
If you like the show, tell a friend, tell a foe, tell a hoe, and if you don't, tell everybody you know. Send all dick pics to what? Anchor the threesome. What is it?
The Threesome Podcast at gmail.com.
There you go. All tit pics on Twitter and Facebook is for old people. Y'all should probably keep that covered up. It is the Threesome Podcast on what? Instagram and Facebook. The Threesome Pod on Twitter. Holla at your peoples.
hasta la vista, baby.
Wow, that was aggressive.
And we out.
Bye, y'all.
I like aggressive.
Well, I do too, but too bad. But anyway, so Thar, listen. So I went ahead because I was being lazy and I did not want to go bra shopping. Remember we had that discussion where I was like, "Ugh, I just don't want to do it." So I went online and I ordered some bras.
Yay!
Here's the thing.
Mm.
The J cups I think are too small now. And I don't know how that
Jay?
happened. Yes, because I'm getting spillage over the top.
Ooh,
Wow.
So I feel like I might need to go to a K, but I don't want to do it just because, that will irritate me. Also, I ordered a sports bra because I was so excited to find a sports bra in my size. They generally don't make them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I see why they don't make them.
Mm.
Because it was like, I was like,
What is the point?
this is horrible. I mean, it felt like,
heaven.
no,
On a
like it was
Saturday.
smushing me down, like one big uniboot. It was terrible. I couldn't deal. I was like, okay, it just wasn't meant for me to ever have a sports bra. Apparently, so
His
irritated by that.
whole
Hey, one
OnlyFans
big
career is being
unibig.
made off such things.
Yeah, well, again, I'm elderly and gravity is a bitch. So there's that. Which is
You
another
have
reason
arms and hands.
which is another reason why I need to go ahead and,
Work the angles
find me a good surgeon because, yeah,
because you are
this
against God.
sure, because this bra situation is out of hand.
Aw,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I know you have no sympathy. You're like
I do have sympathy. I don't have
I
uh,
don't.
firsthand knowledge, but you
yeah,
know,
You have to love yourself.
I do.
Share the wealth.
Sure. Well, after they take the tissue from me, I don't care who they give it to. See? Sharing.
is caring.
I want to hear nothing from you. Piercings.
Listen,
I just be curious. What can I do here? I'm a man.
Mm.
it's crazy. I will not be ostracized for
Well,
my
yeah.
taste, body adornment.
Well, I mean, I'm not mad at you for the adornment.
You
like I
said he didn't
Me
want to
either.
hear nothing from me. Piercings.
oh. Yeah.
Visual.
Like I
I'm clear.
said, I was thinking about getting piercings, but the thought of getting metal stuck between my toes is just not something I want to
Yeah,
deal with. So
gross.
so I figure, maybe after I get, lifted, that'll be something I
Mm.
do.
Devil is a motherfucking lie.
But we'll see.
Uh, why would you get pierced between your toes? Jesus.
No,
Ugh.
I would get
Like you
a
missed the
nipple
joke.
piercing,
Oh,
but I would feel it between my toes because gravity.
you know what? I'm done.
Ba-dum.
Wow.
You do realize you're still recording, right?
Oh, no. But, well, I mean, I might as well keep recording. Just don't use this.
Oh
But,
yeah.
yeah, no, I wanted
Come
to get,
on, that's entertaining.
whatever. I wanted to get a nipple piercing. I wanted to get nipple piercings because, for the sensation boost.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, but, because I have
It's
the,
lovely.
yeah, but I have these big nipples. Like, my nipples are huge. Like,
I didn't need that visual, but I keep telling you people.
I do.
I'm sorry, but I mean, when I say like the size of my, like the width of my thumb, my nipples, just the nipple part. I'm not even talking about the areole. I'm talking about the nipple part. Like my nipples are huge. So
I mean,
it. I'm
Keep
sorry.
going. Details.
I was talking to her. So it take you
Act
know.
like I'm not witness to this conversation.
So I'm saying
Treat me like a gay friend.
it takes a lot of stimulation. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
And pressure. And I find that people don't necessarily have the stomach for that because,
They feel like they hurting you.
Slap her with the dick.
yes.
Mm.
Yes. And, you know. mm. But
Mm.
anyway, not that it matters because,
You're not doing these things right now.
or maybe ever. We'll see.
No,
Why
that would be unfortunate.
Well, sure, but it's probably for the best because, you know.
And a
Mm,
sunny
mm, mm,
day
mm.
feels
As
just
Magic so aptly pointed out, there is a shortage of men who are worth my time.
When did I point that out?
like.
Earlier, when we were talking about
There's a shortage of good men in general.
that's what I just said, isn't it?
Nah, you added some shit.
No, I said there's a shortage of men who are worth my time. Why would men who aren't good be worth my time?
Some people are only good for some things.
Yeah, well, I ain't got time.
You have time, you don't have desire.
Okay, well, I don't have the desire to spend my time in that way. How about that?
Okay.
So
You don't want to
anyway,
put an eye out with a nipple anyway.
Virgo, Virgo.
well, that's why I don't walk downstairs without a bra on cuz
I'm so done with you.
well, I'm telling you that is a bit like that is one of the most painful things is going downstairs if you don't have a bra on. Like I have to but I'm used to it now because you remember I had stairs in my own condo, in my old condo. So sometimes like I would go to run down the stairs and be like, ah. So now I'm accustomed to it. And, and I'm telling
I'm
you.
sorry.
So now I'm accustomed to it and I just like instinctively when I go downstairs, I grab my breasts like I hold them because
Oh,
I'm like, nah,
Can I get this in
I
slow motion?
can't.
we don't need all that bouncage and ooh, talk about a painful first step.
I cannot.
Seriously,
I
super slow
can't.
mo, add a little background music.
Um, aren't you the gay friend? Anyway,
Yes, I'm cheering you on, sister girl. Yas.
whatever. Mm,
He said, "Yes."
yeah, I don't know what that means.
This is my job as a friend to boost you up and let you know how beautiful you are, Black Queen.
Whoop, whoop.
Uh,
Uh-uh.
you you see how I censor myself, right?
For
Oh,
what?
that wasn't terrible.
Can't even be
Didn't say
nice
it
to women.
was, but you know, it's still irritating.
Me being nice? There's nowhere to go in life, fellas.
Ugh. See,
Oh.
see, I'm trying to avoid the coconuts.
Yeah,
Where did the coconuts thing
I'm
come
done with
from?
playing hall monitor.
Where did the coconuts thing come from?
Put the lime in your coconut.
Spark that shit up.
Eh.
Lil Uzi Vert's 24 million diamond ripped out of his head at Rolling Loud. Collective sigh.
What?
Oh. I'm just reading random news headlines.
Yeah, I don't care about idiots.
The tea.
I'm just seeing that scene where they were ripping Vision's thing out in the Avengers movie.
Remember when
And I'm sure it's insured and he ain't had 24 million to spend on a fucking piece of rock anyway.
remember when Stephon Marbury was all over the television crying because he drove his drop top what was it, Bentley into his old hood in the middle of the night
And
and
Yeah.
they got past.
with like what did he have, like $250,000 of chains and jewelry, and then he got jacked and he was upset because they jacked him and he didn't think they was gonna jack him. I'm like, I don't have
Some
time for
Shout out to
idiots.
Shaheem. Welcome home.
I was like, I don't have time for idiots. Like, you're wearing more money than they make all year around your neck, and didn't occur to you that they might jack you in the middle of the in your drop
Good in
top
the hood,
Bentley.
son.
You're lucky they left you with the Bentley. You know what I mean? Like, quit crying. Like, that was just the stupidest thing I had ever heard. Like, I was just
yeah.
It
like,
happens every damn week. There's a
yeah,
dude
like,
in a trailer around the corner from me that owns a Cadillac. Like, yeah, just wait for the cops to knock on your door.
yeah, well, but my point is with him, he thought because that's the neighborhood he was from and everybody loved him so much they weren't going to jack him. Like, you're going through the neighborhood rubbing your wealth in these people's face and you didn't think anybody was going to jack you. Like, why would you get out of here? People are funny to me,
Yep, they got his ass, and they should have.
and they should have. Like, he was begging to get got, right? Like, you're in a drop top. And I think he pulled up to a stoplight and they got him.
Stupid.
Stupid.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, I don't even know where he was from. It's somewhere in New York, I want to say, or New Jersey. I can't
Coney
remember.
Island.
Is that where it was?
Yeah. He
Yeah,
was playing for Jersey at the time.
I just remember him crying on my television, and me looking at the television like, is he serious? Like, he really serious about this right now? He was
It
serious.
is a hard lesson for a lot of people who grew up in the hood to realize your hood does not love you.
I don't even know that
Except
that
for you.
I don't even know that that's the lesson. The lesson is you are flaunting this immense wealth in front of people who have nothing. You know what I mean? I don't even know if it has to do with their love for you or lack thereof. It's the fact that you're wearing more around your neck than they make in a year. So, like I said,
Man, you get under the delusion that the OGs from around the way is gonna hold shit down, but a stick up kid, a stick up kid. Fuck you
right.
and them.
So why wouldn't I take your chain? And I know you gonna be all right, because again, like I said, they left him with the Bentley, so you know what I mean. You gonna be all right. You can give me this chain. You know what I mean? Like,
Ooh, the new season of the Wu-Tang show starts this week.
I don't know. Yeah, I need to go back and watch that. I haven't seen the first season.
It was good. Most of them was on point. The dude that plays Raekwon don't look nothing like him, but he's a good actor. So what can you do?
Yeah. Well, most biopics, the people that they choose don't really look like the people. Like that New Edition biopic. It's like
I give
none
them
of
all close enough, except for Ricky.
none of them look close enough.
Yeah,
None of them, except for there was one where I was like, "Oh, okay, I can see that one." But yeah, none of them. Most of them were like, not even close. But anyway, I'm getting off the phone because my dog is giving me the side eye.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
ding.
And eventually I'm going to have to take him for a walk. I'm going to have to walk the dog. Star.
In the dog.
Dog. Yeah. Some of us got to go to work in the morning.
Yep.
Take my ass to bed.
Godspeed. Anyway, thank
I'm gonna
y'all
cut
for
out
being
most of the
patient.
actual episode and leave the end of this shit in.
Oh my God, please don't.
It's entertainment.
It's not.
Titso.
Mm. What the heck is
All
all
right,
that?
people. I'm chatting with my credit card company.
Oh, I was like, who you chatting with at this time of night with your fast ass?
Credit card company is dedicated. All right.
I know that's
Peace out.
right. Bye.
Turn the motherfucking
Bye-bye.
podcast off.